All right, let's see what we got here. I guess we clocked in. I heard the beep. Okay, we in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, as a spiritual healer, what I do pretty much. Oh, before I even get started, I even start. This is going to be a two for one, guys. This is a two for one. Now, this is if you're asking yourself, what am I talking about here? Be a little bit patient. I got you. Okay. So by two for one, what I'm doing in this one here, because I love. I mean, you see the title. I mean, I don't know how that speaks to you or what part of your soul that it speaks to. But anyway, I'm just being dramatic. I'm feeling very like in my feelings tonight. Mm, in alignment. I'm feeling great. But anyway, I am a spiritual healer. I go by the name of Lespri. Tonight, this is a two for one because I have two different channels, and this video is gonna go on both of them. So, with all of that being said, as a spiritual healer, what I truly do, ultimately, the ultimate goal is for me to help you to become Christ-like, meaning for you to attain your highest level of consciousness. And anybody who embodied, a Christ-like mentality, a Krishna mentality, or a Godhead-like, whatever, however you choose to say it, what this is referring to is now you attaining a highest level of consciousness. And within that level now, you get to understand, what I'm saying? Like you get to see your reality on a different level. You get to see the connection between you and nature. You get to see the world that you're living in on a whole different level. But anyway, without going any deeper into it, you know what I'm saying? This is just, what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying? We're not going to go all the way in on that one. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to, you know what I'm saying? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit of, introduction so you know what we're talking about here. But because what we're going to be talking about here, that in itself, I mean, has a whole lot to talk about. So, ultimately, that's what I do. In the Lespri channel, what I pretty much do is what you're looking at right now, which is, the smoking, the drinking. Yet we're talking about spirituality. It's a whole introduction. I have a whole routine where I'll be talking about spirituality, and then on my other channel now, ultimately, as I stated, keep in mind, it's for you to attain your highest level of consciousness. But the route that I choose to take on that other channel, it's pretty much, like help you to elevate through what I call the power of words. Now, when I'm talking about the power of words, and that's why you're gonna get two different type of introduction here tonight. So it's a two for one. But anyway, so what I pretty much do on that channel, or what I call the power of words, it's, let's just say, have you ever seen a quote that you were either inspired by, or depending on the nature of the quote, or you may feel motivated by, if that's what the message was, or you could simply be enlightened. It's just something you didn't know, and that woo, it just hit you like, I like that. You having that moment of realization right then and there. So those quotes, those are what I call the power of words. A lot of people would, pretty much argue that, your words are powerful, which is, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from that. But at this point, understand, you're using the words. It's truly your intention. But now, when you truly want to talk about the power of words, now when you get to see the words in itself being powerful, that, my friend, is done through either proverbs, quotes, poetry, lyricism, rap, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The reason being is because then you realize what's taking place in those, let's just say, proverbs or even quotes, old saying. They go by many different names. Or even poetry. What I'm trying to get you to see here is that, and of course, poetry is different from, let's just say, if you if you're writing raps or lyricism, poetry is it's a whole different art in itself. But the reason why I had mentioned those different like proverb quotes, the one thing that they all have in common. I mean, of course, they are different respectively. Like when you hear poetry, you know it's poetry. Either you want to put it in rap songs, then now you have a different type of poetry. But if you're talking about spoken words, whatever the fuck, the point of what I'm trying, you call it whatever. Like they are all different, respectively, which is beautiful. But the one connection that all of them has is how they are being said, how they are being put together. So for me, that was a quick way for me to realize when you're talking about the power of words, and a lot of great speakers, they understand that. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why you love to listen to Obama speaking, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there is a fucking, what can I say, a method to the madness. And even myself, as a, well, I was gonna say a great speaker. I mean, I, I don't believe I would be lying. You know what I'm saying? But just to be sensitive to you, let me be. Listen, I'm just feeling a certain way. So just to be, like, I just don't wanna, just so we can relate on some social political bullshit. I listen. Ah man, listen. I get it. Anyway, the power of words. Then I came to understand it's not what you say; it's how you say it. That's what makes a difference. And what you see in all of these different things, poetry, all of those quotes, proverb, it's how things are being said. But also, in the how things are being said, now there's something that's taking place. That's why when you see a motherfucking quote, it talks to you automatically. It didn't ask you for your permission. It captivates your mind. If that hasn't happened to you, I mean, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I try to be for. I mean, this is for everybody, but it's not for everybody. If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So now, when you're talking about the power of words, what you're truly talking about is how things are being said. That's why poetry is powerful. When you hear it a certain way, it captivates your mind and it helps you to open up. It makes you more receptive. And that's what you see when you understand those proverbs or things like that. So what they're truly doing is get you to open up. So now you could be more receptive to the wisdom that is being displayed in that statement. Whenever like when you go to a nigga's church, niggas be like, "Oh, that's right. Keep talking, preach." So it's that thing that hits you a certain way. I love that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the whole poetry, the artistry. Like, I'm a fancy nigga. I'm a beautiful nigga. Oh, I'm fascinated by fucking intelligence. Like, not even fascinated, captivated by it too. And make it my home. I mean, that's how much. Like, that's listen. Hey, we do the do over here. But most importantly, I mean, when you know, you know. I mean, how do you say no to beauty unless if you don't know that's beauty? Or once you do, the conversation is different. And again, I want you to keep that all in mind, and this is why you're getting the 2 for 1. Because what we're going to be talking about, to the pure, all is pure, this is one of my favorite statements. So you can see where this excitement is coming from. Because, listen, this is one of the statements, again, that talks to you a certain way, makes you receptive. What's understood doesn't have to be explained, but god damn, there's a lot of shit that has to be explained. And that's what makes this a wise fucking listen, man. I mean, it may sound, but here's something else. Those statements are fully loaded with fucking wisdom. And another advantage of those quotes is that you don't have to go through the actual experience for you to pick up the knowledge. It puts you in that circumstance for you to reflect. And that's what you do, by the way, when you go and meditate. Because you got to understand what you're doing. And that is why meditation is powerful. Because true wisdom and true knowledge, it has to be, it's that aha thing. That, now you truly get it. So I want you to inhale that too, because when you become pure, to the pure, listen, all is pure. But now, how do we even talk about purity in a world like this, where no one is perfect? But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of my time. I mean, ahead of myself. But listen, it's one of my favorite quotes. Oh, I live by this. To the pure, all is pure. Anyway, so that was a little bit of introduction, how I would have introduced myself if I was on, let's just say, To Give is to Receive. Now, the other channel, I forgot to mention the name, is To Give is to Receive, and then over here we have Lespri. But tonight, they're both here. You know what I'm saying? And I usually do not smoke on the other one. I figured, I would just, like, hey, listen, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I smoke, I don't smoke. That's what I'm saying. So am I a smoker? Like, what do you mean? I ain't smoking nothing right now. And now, this is what makes me a smoker. Again, what do you mean? But anyway. Now that I had introduced you to both channels, and To Give is to Receive, what we do on that side is that we use a lot of quote to help you to elevate. Over here, Lespri, well, it doesn't matter. What we're doing pretty much is the same thing, but the method is a little bit different. I dive into a lot more things over here. You know what I'm saying? I niggerize with y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? So we do all of that. So, but ultimately, and that kind of stuck with me. I remember, along my path. And that's how I knew too what I had to do. That's why for me, when I talk to you, I'm always going to make spirituality a reality. But most importantly, which is exactly what it is. But what I'm trying to say by that, truly, is that I understand the concept of when you truly understand anything, you got to be able to talk to other people like if I'm talking to my son who's 5 years old, who's doing all their fucking airplanes. I wouldn't do that if I were you. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff. Why? Well, okay, let's think about it. What? You know? Well, I mean, that's always a good start. But the bottom line of what I'm saying here is like, I think I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's slow it down, right? So, as part of my routine, so now this is where everything has been combined. You know what we do on that side, you know what we do over here. Now, ultimately, the goal is for you to attain your highest level of consciousness, for you to become Christ like. Why? Well, only then can you truly become sane. Meaning, to even function as a good human being, you gotta attain your spirituality. Because that spirituality side of you, that's what allows you to communicate, to have peace, to have joy, to go to dance, to celebrate, to look out for one another. That's why in the Bible, when they're talking about the fruit of the Spirit, what that is referring to is you, when you acknowledge the divinity in you, that's how you're going to react. Your behavior is going to be that. So, as a result of all of that, again, you know, I guess I'm jumping a little bit ahead of myself because I normally, talk about. Okay, so but that's the shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? I get better by the second, nigga. Let's roll with it, rock with it, right? Mm-hmm. So, I'm saying all of that to say, I mean, in so many words, these were the things that I had to come to understand too, for me to become a spiritual healer, that I had to go through. But anyway, making the connection to what I do as a spiritual healer, I mean, either method, the end goal is for you to attain to become Christ-like. In Lespri now channel, I help you to understand, for instance, for you to attain that level of consciousness, your emotions and your intellect has to come one. They gotta dance together. They have to become in harmony. You have to become emotionally intelligent. And every spiritual being that became the Christ or anything like that, these motherfuckers were or are emotionally intelligent. That's why Jesus, when Jesus was able to say, well, whichever one of you motherfuckers who think you're perfect, why don't you throw the first stone? He was holding the mirror of consciousness, or conscious, not consciousness, of your conscious. And again, that aspect of you can only be done by having an open heart. If you're not emotionally balanced, you will not be able to see it on both perspectives. As you can see, you've all experienced people who are being too emotional. And in fact, what you're truly saying is, nigga, you don't see the full picture right now. You might want to take a break. But at the same time, this is also revealing the nature on how we also see things. So quite often, and I'm not jumping ahead of myself in this one, fuck it. because I will be talking about spirituality, but yet again, this is all fucking spirituality. I want you to understand. So if someone is being too emotional, they don't have the ability to see things like with clarity. So what the fuck does that say about you? Who the fuck are you? How do you work? How do you function? How do you become the best you? Well, that's when spirituality comes in. That's where your spirit now, you got to become in alignment with your higher self. And in so many words, and I'll be talking about it a lot more, that's why spirituality is your fucking life. That's why the things that are simple are deep in nature. And I had to understand that. And that's why I'm painting the picture for you to see clearly too. Or we go to distance. How else would I be able to do this? I'm just talking my shit. Certification and clarification for you. I'm speaking for my own self, man. I'm letting you know why I speak in authority, nigga. And if you don't get it, listen, man. It's in front of you. That's why the only thing I always ask, if you're going to judge me, make sure you do it right, though. I don't mind what you say, but is it right? You'll catch it later. You'll get it later. So again, I'm fucking excited for this fucking... man, the excitement enough. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to make a part 2 and 3 out of that bitch. Now, but this is how much of a deep statement that shit is, and a fully loaded statement too. You know, to the pure, all is pure. I'm excited. But anyway, so going back to your emotions, you know, you have to check them. Because your emotions, again, revealing your nature, how you see things, your conception, your perception. Listen, nigga, if you want to talk about being woke, nigga, I'm woke. Man, I stay ready. I cross my eye, I get my leg crossing you niggas. Hit my arm, bitch. How you like it? Listen, man. Anyway, but this is the love. It's for you. Believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in my feelings, so you're getting the 2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you to see. Listen. Oh man, this is. Listen, it's on the house. So now, as we're talking about the emotions, and I'm also trying to get you to see a deeper aspect of us that also goes beyond what we look like. And that's what spirituality is all about. But I also want you to keep that in mind, because we're going to be talking about why the Indians called this world Maya. Oh, this is all connected. Listen, you can see me talking on this side, that side of the head, nigga, don't worry about it. I'm going to bring it all together for you. I'm going to bring it home. Allow me to take you on a trip. Let's travel. Let's go a lot deeper. All I offer is the truth, what I see, what I know. If you don't relate to it, it's okay. It's all right. You ain't doing anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you for watching. But those of you, I mean, this is a life transformation. It's an open up. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a growth. It's feeding your soul. Nigga, I love this shit. It's my food, man. That's how I feed myself. Shit. I'm like, how 50 said that shit? A fat kid loving cake. When it comes to that spirit shit, I'm like this fat kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck did it say that shit? I can't recall. But anyway, yeah, it's that way. So, your emotions have a direct impact on how you see things. That's why when a nigga's in love, we're not even gonna go there. And then the minute the love started, they're like, like just like Eddie Murphy said, is that regular cracker? Yes, nigga. Like I always tell y'all niggas, I mean, in Haiti, we have this thing we always say. There's no secret in making Coca-Cola, nigga. Now, if you want to believe it, if you want to go for the crunch of thirst, the sun, and the bubble, now that's something else. But in that Coke, nigga, it's nothing but gas, sugar, and water. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's good to look at the but you gotta know when to look at it like, nigga, please. And this is where the gold comes in. To the pure, all is pure. I just can't behave myself. And quite honestly, I don't even want to. Fuck that. I'm not a Didi, but I'm a bad boy. I'm saying no Didi though. Anyway, let's be serious here, all right? So, because of that, you have to become emotionally balanced. So how do you do that? How do I help you to do that? Right? So I would help you to do that by helping you to have a better understanding of what your emotions are. A lot of us will suppress our emotions, whereas you're supposed to acknowledge your emotions. The key is not to criticize how you feel, it's to embrace how you feel. You feel bad? Well, motherfucker, what the fuck? Well, feel bad. You know what I'm saying? But after when it's done, how do you feel now? Well, I was feeling bad, but now I'm okay. But if you're gonna be like, nah, I'm good, right? And then later on, that shit is hurting you. You know, you didn't enjoy the pain. All right. Let me take my feet off the gas. Okay, all right. Let me slow it down. That's my excitement. Oh, this is gonna be for the elders, man. Like this is the one. I love this one. And if you get to fully grasp it, oh, God bless your soul. Your soul is already blessed. To the pure, listen, even just to click on this, there's something's talking to you. To the pure, all is pure, and you want to find out what? What the fuck do you want to know? I mean, there must have been something in you. Anyway, it's on the house. Hey, you could click off now, bitch. Fuck out of here. Doesn't matter. You walk up, whatever the fuck. Hmm. Now, then that's what happens sometimes. Or if you're depressed, you're not gonna have the best clarity of mind for you to make the best decisions. You know what I'm saying? Or if you under stress, that's why sometimes it's always good for you to slow down before you make certain decisions. You know what I'm saying? Word to the wise. Ow. You don't slow down, oh, you're gonna regret. Your life is gonna be a life of regrets. Why do you have so many regrets? You know what I'm saying? Have you learned from anything? Did they even serve you? Don't be that sucker. I'm here to help you, not to be those type of suckers. But you would have to acknowledge your emotions, understand your emotions. To be emotionally balanced means to have a good understanding of your emotions. And only then you have the ability to transmute or to change it if there's any type of blockages. And in the occult, we call it healing your wounded child. What this is really talking about is those early emotions, those early hurts that you didn't quite understand, but due to the knowledge that you had at that time, then you act a certain way. You see what I'm saying? Now, as you claiming yourself, it's only right that you go back to wherever that was. You're just making it right. But again, this whole process is acknowledgement. It's not pushing aside. It's not suppressing. It's not talking about it. It's none of that shit. So that's why a lot of times I try to let people know when I'm talking about being emotionally balanced, I'm certainly not talking about being fake. I'm not talking about not raising your voice. That's some bitch shit. I mean, you may choose not to as you became emotionally balanced because now you understand not to cast your pearls before swine. Now that's different. And even then, sometimes you need to speak the truth in the name of the truth. And the way that I say that, in a nigga way, you just gotta let a nigga know. Meaning you talk your shit. I don't want no back and forth. I don't need your validation. I want to bring clarification. Just for the sake of it. You may not even understand it neither, but you know what I'm saying, God's got to speak sometimes. And that's why God speak. He speak the truth. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. How else would you be the shit if you're not talking your shit? Oh, I got a mouthful for you. I got a mouthful for you. Nobody can tell it like I can tell it. It's my story, nigga. You cannot be a better me. You could try. And never. Just like I can't be a better you neither. Neither would I ever want to. Why? I found my beauty, nigga. I sucked my own dick. And that's yes, Didi. Yes, Didi all the way. Anyway, so then you understand now the direct relationship that your emotion have on your spiritual part, on your intellect. Now, also you got to become mentally balanced, and that's very important. And the reason being is because now, if you're suppressing your emotions, Let's just say, and this is for a lot of my logical brothers, more of the logic type of guy. I mean, there's logics and logics, and your logic become more logical when you add emotions to it. And that's what Jesus did when he said to these niggas, whoever the fuck, in none of you motherfuckers, in any one of you niggas, throw the first stone. So I'm trying to show you, just using mental to be logic, it's not logic enough. So when you become mentally, let's just say, um, you saying fuck your emotions, you become rigid, you become robotic, you become one plus one. And guess what? In life, man, sometimes it's two, sometimes it's three. Or better yet, sometimes, shit, not to say most of the time, the whatever that result is gonna be based on you. So truly, you doing the math. You're the one doing the math. And this is the secret. When you understand that, listen, there's nothing above you, and there's nothing below you neither. Then you become everything because you are everything. Mhm. Take it easy on yourself. You know what I'm saying? If that flew over your head, that it's okay. It's okay. Let it go. It wasn't meant for you to catch it. You ain't doing nothing wrong. I got plenty of others for you. Don't worry. I mean, shit. Others got to eat too. Because we want to make sure everybody get theirs. It wasn't yours. It was for somebody else. Don't worry about it. You'll be all right. But it's enough though to get you to open up though, and that's what we do here, and that's why we're giving sights to the blinds. But for that to happen, for that to even take place, again, that's why I gotta connect you to your reality, to your true reality. This is a trip where I'm holding that mirror for you to see you. We're having this mirror message. We're having this mirror conversation. And that's what spirituality is. And that's who you are. But anyway, going back to your mental, then you become rigid. You don't get to see some of the small things, and logic doesn't always work. Some people do a lot of things. I mean, that's why life is magical in itself. You want to talk about magic? You are magical. You are magic. It's a combination of everything. That's the excitement. That's why you have to embody everything. That's why you need to learn how to become magical. But anyway, I'm saying a whole lot without saying a whole lot. But anyway, I mean, those, are for those who were supposed to hear them. But anyway, going back, I mean, shit. I can't even say going back because I'm still on track. I never lost track. You know what I'm saying? Again, you know, I realize that I'm tapping into. Okay, so that means that tells me different people are watching me. Okay, well, those of you who are masters, I salute you, niggas. I mean, obviously, you like what you see, huh? Well, it's for you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you like what you see, we turn all the way up. That's the connection. That's what we do here. In fact, I mean, This conversation is for you because you are the one who would truly benefit from it. You know, and to the pure, all is pure. Well, there you are. Listen, I have to. Come on, man. Listen, man. It takes one to know one. We're just doing God's work, baby. You know what I'm saying? This has to be said. You know, we came here to do what we came here to do. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. I'm just working. So those of you who gets this, who do not do what I do in terms of spreading the words, because that's what I'm doing here. I mean, listen, when you get to hear, you know what I'm saying, the words, and then you came here, you know, you already know who this is. You know what I'm saying, family? To you, I'll call you family. Okay. Damn. I can feel you motherfuckers' energy too. A lot of you motherfuckers. Okay. Mm. This is good. I love this. Give it to me. Give it to me. Because I'm a shit. Okay. The one thing we do for real though, we know how to transmute energy. So we transmute it, you know. But anyway, I love it though. I love the attention. You know, not in a bitch way, but like, because I'm looking at you. Okay, so you excited about this. Okay, so good. Good. That's what it takes. That's where you need to start. That's the beginning phase. Listen, that's the spark. Oh, that's that. You want to talk about magic? That's magical as fuck. You know what else that shit is? It's you. Well, I mean, you feel it, right? Yeah, it's you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys. I mean, that's why I'm trying to get you to wake up. The awakening process is for you to understand. Just like in just a second, I'm going to be talking about spirituality to get motherfuckers to understand this is you. You're the one choosing your God. You're the one acting like your God. You're the one, depending on whichever God you choose, that's creating your reality. I don't give a fuck how deep you feel. That's good. It's beautiful. Because understand this, my testimony is dear to me, like just like yours is dear to you. In fact, that's why we may have different interpretation of what God is. But just know, like shit, like I take you deeper. This is to show you my commitment, nigga. Some of you hear one thing and then you stop there. Not over here, nigga. I embrace all of them. So you can't tell me you know what God is better than me. No way. And especially if you don't understand mythology, and especially if you don't know who you are. You speak of them. Blasphemy. And you don't even respect yourself. Who are you talking to? Who are you speaking of? Even your Jesus that you claim to know is telling you, or even in what is it? I can't recall. But the fruit of the Spirit. Why is it in church there's gossiping, man? Is there any spirit? I mean, is there any fruits in there? And what kind of fruit are you guys eating? You see what I'm trying to say? It's just another, what that is just another social thing. That correspond to your social thing you already have. Now niggas are just talking about gods. With no wisdom, no knowledge. Blasphemy. 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 And these are the niggas who's teaching you how to act, how to behave. Blasphemy. We can't allow that. You know what I'm saying? That's when, respectfully, you got to whoop some ass. And that's what Jesus did when he went into the temple. You got to get these niggas out. Respectfully. In the name, like, you see, this is being emotionally balanced too. Was he not? Am I not being emotionally balanced for talking about this bullshit? Come on, man. So this is what I'm trying to say. It has nothing to do with how you raise your voice. If you know what I'm saying, like what you guys are calling, you know what I'm saying? Okay, he did not handle the situation correctly. So he must be crazy. Fuck out of here, man. That's when I walk around holding my dick and suck it while I'm at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the society you guys are trying to be part of. This is the society you want to be respected from. Hey man, it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, um, so in so many ways, I guess we talked about both ways, like in terms of, if you're not mentally balanced, meaning you're suppressing. Well, mentally balanced too also means understanding your own intellectual process. That's very important for you to become more conscious of you. To be more conscious or Christ-like, that's becoming more conscious of you, meaning you acknowledge your emotions. That's where you can only change when you start taking accountability. So again, the whole aspect of devaluing yourself for you to be a better spiritual person, it's not. It's wow. It's a trick. Now, if you want to talk about magic, now that's magic because you don't know. Like when I know myself, I know everything you say in magic is natural to me. But because I know myself now everything because you don't know yourself now, what you're saying is magic to me. It's an okey doke. Even in life, you don't even have to be bright. You don't have to be smart. But it takes work for you to brush your teeth, don't it? You gotta wash your ass. I'm not even talking about the fucking mental aspect of you. And the reason why a lot of you motherfuckers are not balanced is because you only look at you from that perspective. So now you when you get a Gucci it represents you because you have this limitation on how you look at yourself. And because you look at yourself from that limited perspective, you're not truly taking care of you because for you to be healthy, to thrive, to be a little bit better, you got to take care of your physical part and your mental part. That's why you go to school, bitch. So I'm saying that to say, even when they telling you in the Bible, a man has to live of the word of the God wisdom, the word of God. This is your regular nature, nigga. Any man we know how useful knowledge is. Well, who gets the knowledge? Isn't it you who process it? So you have to feed your mind. Just like you wash your, well, hopefully. I hope. At this point, because to the pure, all is pure, I'm hoping for you that you wash your ass. And if you do, then you would you why would you not praise the person doing that? Then it takes you for you to be you. So when you understand that, and it was so crazy because I was on some, oh man, I was on some other bullshit early on today. I guess I was in my meditation mode, right? And what I'm about to say to you guys is like when you know you the truth. And again, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because I was in that thing, right? Because what's happening is, as you understand, and again, I'm getting ahead of myself, man. Hey, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself because we got to talk about what the Indian said. Because when you get to see Maya, an illusion, then who's the truth? It's you. But again, those are fully loaded statements. These are things that are just being said, but they go. There's a lot more that goes into what you just heard. A whole lot more. And again, this is why this got to be a 2 for 1, and this is where all my fucking excitements. We got to have 2 and 3. We're gonna have part 2 and 3, niggas. Fuck it. There's no other way. That's too much in me. No way. No way, baby. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. So again, just to understand the human nature in itself takes you beyond nature and gets you connected to nature. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So going back to now, let's wrap it up. Let's put all of it together, right? So you have to be mentally and emotionally balanced because it gives you, now you're not too rigid. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to connect to the things that are near you. Because when you become too logical, you tend to not being connected to other people. And guess what? We are emotional beings. So that's why, how can you not be emotionally intelligent? You cannot. The minute you're dealing with people, you gotta be. The life force, the chi, everything, that's why they call it the feminine energy. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. No way. But anyway, going back to our, I guess, the conclusion of our introduction. Yeah, we're probably gonna need part 4 and 5. But anyway, then now, for you to attain the Christ consciousness, which is the highest level of you understanding you, and then as you do so, that's what allows you to understand the world around you. That's why when someone is being too emotional, they don't see the full picture. Because the way we truly look at this world, and again, I talked about the mental understanding of your reality. Nigga, watch that shit. Our nature in itself, that's why, again, I don't even think I need to even, talk about spirituality because this is all spiritual. It's all mental. the way we behave, what we do, everything is mental. The narrative that we're saying to ourselves. Look at the podcast. Look at, if you want to understand the collective consciousness, check that shit out. What is being said? What are people talking about? What's the hottest thing, and why is that this fucking hottest thing? That's when marketing comes in now. Like, okay, let's just get people to be behind us. And the bright ones, or let's just say the ones who made the most successful one, are the ones who understand what is it that you're looking for, that you don't say, but yet you're saying. That's why the power of marketing too is powerful. True marketing. Because if you're looking to convince anybody for anything, that's why even in the fucking music industry, a lot of these motherfuckers, they don't understand this is a music business. Like, that's why creativity, I mean, unfortunately, is different. That's why my business is creativity. So you got to choose, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand what business that you are doing. In most cases, that's why artists and true masters, we are one of the same. I can relate to a lot of fucking musicians. In fact, even I could look at their art, their music, not just being amazed, but I could, oh, that's what he did there. Okay, I like that. Genius. When I look at a guy like Michael Jackson, I don't see this niggas like average niggas look at this nigga. This nigga's a genius, man. Like, and if you don't believe me, watch his work. Again, he speaks for himself. That's what I tell niggas, man. Yo, you speak for yourself no matter what you do. I mean, you could lie if you want, but ultimately you're already speaking for yourself. So that's just a matter of time. And for the most part, when you lie, you're not in alignment. The truth's gonna prevail because you are the truth. And you are the way. Either if you choose to fuck your life up, that is because of you. So either way, ultimately, even that Jesus statement, you are the truth, he is the truth and the way, you better understand this is you. No matter how you want to dissect it. No matter what you want to say or do. You are the truth and the way. Now, to what level you know that, that's where the difference comes in. See, me trying to get you to wake up, that's because I got to, like, this is that's the Christ consciousness. That's where you need to be. I'm trying to point it to you. Oh, I've done my work, nigga. You tell me what side I look better on. You know what I'm saying? And we can dance all day long, nigga. I mean, ask the few bitches that try to come for me. I'm gonna treat you all the same. Listen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We're doing God's work, man. Sharing love. Building a community, man. You know what I'm saying? Giving you love. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know no matter what, you got it. In fact, I'm trying to help you to understand your situation, nigga. You can never fail. The only time you can fail is when you stop. Because your nature in itself, this is no motivational shit. Fuck that. This is not, listen, I want you to understand it. When you understand it, you're not being motivated by it. What you're doing is you're being in alignment with it. Now you become, oh, it's all in the house. It's all in the house. You clicked on the right channel, nigga. You're getting what you paid for, and more. When you become in that alignment, then your will follows that. You don't need no willpower, man. That's for weak niggas. Now they want to be strong. They looking to override. You don't override nothing. You write the script because you are the script. How do you fall? That doesn't exist. You're gonna find a better way of writing the script, nigga. Come on. That's all in the house, man. That's all love. It's in the house. Mm. Now, just to summarize, damn, this is just the fucking introduction. It's over an hour. Nick, listen, man, everything that was being said needed to be said because this is all going to be the foundation in what we're going to be talking about. And the conversation that we're going to be talking about, no, 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 no. I can't just, no, man. This is one of my favorite fucking quotes. I live by this. I understand it. Beauty makes more beauty. Oh, I'm not taking this lightly at all. Hey, nigga, I'll talk about this shit for the whole year, nigga. Find your fucking beauty. Only then can, to the pure, all is pure. Do you see what I'm saying? To a miserable motherfucker, what do you think life is? Now here you are, sharing the same space and time with this motherfucker who's telling you how fucked up life is. Or do you believe that life is what you make it? If you think life is what you make it, then now, you know, at this point, welcome. I mean, shit, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. It is. That's where you have winners and losers. How else would you have winners and losers? And again, going back to what I was saying earlier, when you get to truly understand your nature, nigga, like, where's failure? Do you see all the people who believes in God never see failure? Joseph never saw failure. He would have quit. Like, where I see failure, nigga, I quit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stopped bullshitting. Because there was failure there. But anything that makes me walk better, am I walking? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I can fix my legs. What? I can squat now? Naked. I'm jumping. Now I'm limping over shit. What are you doing? So to understand your nature, but again, this conversation in itself is also revealing what I will be talking about, Maya. That there is more to you than what you look like. That's why some of us need to be strong. That's why a lot of us need to have God. Yes, because God pushes you. God makes you better. Just like a superhero, God is your superhero. And that is why you need God and God needs you. Because for God to thrive, well, there's got to be a weak motherfucker. There's got to be a motherfucker that couldn't do it. And then God said, "You sure?" Think again. Ow. Because you know God got to be smooth. Like, nigga, all right, that's how you feel. I'm sorry. You sure there's no other way? How about this way? Come on. You see what I'm saying? So again, I haven't even delved into spirituality yet because this is the introduction in itself to the pure or is pure. Everything that we're talking about here is necessary. This is going to be the foundation to what we're going to be talking about. Because ask yourself, how do you even mention about being pure in the world of, come on, you know what? How? And you'll probably be right. But now my only thing to you is, would be now at this point, do you also believe or do you also experience other realities? Now, I'm not denying what you're saying. Yes, there are kids dying in Africa. There's niggas that is being dead in fucking Haiti. All that shit. Yeah, real, for real. You're a real nigga. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm not saying it didn't happen. But on the flip side of it, do you also experience life on a different level? Because I feel like it's that other level of experience, of life experiencing, that's going to allow you to get outside of that box. So yes, it is true. People are dying and all that shit. But also, if there's a other experience, if there's other experiences that you're going through, why do you make life just this reality? That's where I'm like, what's going on here? You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that does not happen. But what you're saying to me is that happens and that's what life is. And I'm like, yo, motherfucker, no, that's not true. Like, you got a dick. I hope, I mean, if, let's just say you choose not to suck your own dick or your own pussy. That's fine. I mean, but again, this is what the problem is. This is where your society now comes in. You're living your life based on who you should be. Then now, because of that reality, you're thinking of you're making reality, which is from a limited perspective, because you don't see the other side. You're only looking at it from one side. How the fuck do you? It doesn't even make sense. That's like you being a Democrat instead of being, or Republican. You always gonna be have a one-sided mind. Is that not clear? That's why certain issues, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. And my thing is to you, that's why you're in a lose-lose situation. And then you're going to tell me to vote. You want to talk about insanity? So if there's a good side to Democrat and there's a good side to Republican, why not choose all the good sides? Because you understand what you're saying when you say this is what you is. Now, therefore, you are refuting some of the good aspect that comes with. And if there's anything good in it that you could learn from, so why picking a side? And picking a side, you're gonna be one-sided. You're not gonna have the full picture by being on one side, nigga. Fuck out of here. It doesn't make sense. That's why if you married, you go see a fucking shrink, they'll help you to see it from your bitch side, from your wife perspective. You got to see it from both sides. What kind of relationship are you having? And then you're going to tell me about I'm not involved in society? Seriously? Okay. It's blasphemy, man. I don't want to be part of that society. Because, I mean, shit, it's selective goods. I want to be good. I don't want to be partially good. Nor do I want to be nor do I want to sound smart instead of being smart. It doesn't make sense to me. So again, let this part one be a foundation, because to the pure all is pure, because this is what you're dealing with now. Now, purity is, I gotta purify your mind even for you to understand what fucking purity is even talking about. We're gonna make this fucking episodes, nigga. And this is how deep these things are. And like I always tell you guys, man, the only shortcut you're gonna get in life is for you to feed yourself. Those quotes are the only shortcut you're gonna get. For the pure to become pure. Now listen. Get closer. I mean, obviously, we are going to get there, but just so I want you to understand and know. Listen. That's a turn on to me. Listen, man. The connection, the rejuvenation, the feeding of yourself in that, and being in connection with your energy too. Like, how do you not feed your mind? You know, when you see these niggas in church, they're like, yeah, that's right, preach on. Like, that's what those words do to me. That's what the wisdom does to me. So I'm always like at awe. Aw. I'm always in my feelings, nigga. So, to build a stronger foundation, let's delve into a little bit of spirituality, because in so many words I was already talking about it, and if you're coming back, you already know this is nothing but love. What we do here is what we do here, and what we do here is spreading love. It's me giving you the best of me. It's me giving you my heart. My integrity, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm shit, nigga. Like, this is a sermon. I don't know what you... Okay, do you have a Bible? You know what I'm saying? And listen, and here's the thing. Let the word speak for itself. And that's it. That's it. You know what, that way? You could say, fuck me, and you go straight to God. Why don't you go straight to God? And you tell him, listen, man, this guy's working over here. I know. That's why he loves me. I don't think you understand. Oh, this nigga's infatuated by me, man. I'll be, listen, man. I'll be like, God, listen, stop it. Why you love me so much, nigga? You capping. Are you guys lighting me, God? But listen, man. Again, when you know, when you understand that connection, and you get to know yourself, oh my God, man, it's just life in itself has a whole different meaning. You know, it was funny today as I was sitting on my throne. Oh, listen, man. Yo, the feeling, what I was going through emotionally, which is, it was godlike. connection and the lesson that was also being revealed to me, man, it's just incredible. You know what I'm saying? Because just like Jesus did, I gotta go to the tree. You know what I'm saying? And talk to that other side and see what's going on. Oh man, listen, it's a blessing. You hear me? It's a blessing, like the connection, and that's why for me too, like even to speak about this, understanding what it means, understanding the land of the lost, and how this knowledge is useful to you. Fuck, like, well, pause. I was gonna say fuck me. No, no, nigga, you ain't fucking me. Ain't no shipping for. But what I'm trying to say is, you know what I'm saying, the information to speak for itself by bypassing me. And that's technically what we do, and that's what we do this for. And this is where our reward is because I already, listen, I am already the sacrifice to the wisdom. So listen, man, I'm shit. I don't know how else to express it to you. What's understood doesn't have to be explained. Well, if you get it, well, you get it. But anyway, I'm saying that to say how much of a pleasure it is for me, you know what I'm saying, to serve you, to help you to come back home, sir, ma'am. And all that going back home technically means to your essence. Because home has always been there. Home is waiting on you. And ironically, this is also taking place on different plane and in different aspect. Listen, man, y'all seeking for information. Take it easy. Relax. Take it easy. Mm-hmm. So some of you are seeking for information. You ain't doing nothing wrong, man. You just gotta feed yourself, huh? I got it for you. That's what we do. Um. Oh shit, this is dope, man. Like I'm. That was for me. That was for me. That was for me. Thank you. But anyway, to summarize, right? So essentially, as a spiritual healer, either through to give is to receive, or l'esprit. Ultimately, the goal is to help you to attain your highest level of consciousness. And in both channel, I hold the mirror, but I just hold it in different lenses, right? So in one hand, in l'esprit, you have what you're getting now, and on the flip side of it, on the other side, you're still getting what you're getting now, but it's done through quotes because I still need to delve into those quotes and really break it down. And this is what we're saying here tonight. Like to the pure, all is pure. This is more than just a quote. Like this is it requires a whole lot. Like this is a fully loaded statement, guys. Like this is crazy. Because if you understand to the pure, all is pure. Like you have a good understanding of your nature. Congratulations. So you know what that is, and you also would understand how powerful this statement would also make you be. That when you see someone who's not being pure, what do you say? What do you do? Or do you even react? Because you understand, just like Jesus said, like he said something to the effect of, and don't quote me because I don't remember. Well, I learned it the French way too, so it's almost like I'm trying to translate, but I'm also trying to remember how I read it in fucking English too. But anyway, he says some shit to the effect of, what I'm saying, the light being among the darkness, but they didn't accept it because they were not of it. And it's totally understood. What it comes down to, guys, and just so you guys know too, I want you to keep that in mind. It comes down to being closed off or open. What you call the spiritual people, the people of spirit, we stay open. That's why we alive. Open also means love. That's why we forgive, we have compassion. I want you to understand that. We understand just because I was hurt, I do not need to hurt you too. In fact, I will tell you not to get hurt because I've been there, Union. It's different. Now you have a motherfucker who been hurt. It's like let me hurt you because I was hurt. It's two different type of soul, two different type of mentality. You could call it good and evil. And this is the spirit some of us are animated by. Either the spirit of God or the spirit of evil. And again, for lack of better terms, when you really get into it, as I did, it ain't really evil. It's their ignorance. A lot of these people, they don't want to change. And as I went through the path myself, I also had to learn what is like learning what a hater is. And I was able to tap into their energy and truly suck their energy too. Oh man, I'm just well, I mean, let me be honest and say the true energy vampires are the light workers because we know how energy work. Now, what we're calling the energy vampires, they just need to survive. They don't know how it works. They don't know the science behind it. But anyway, um, well, that's why we talk about what we talk about. That's why we save. That's why we help each other out because there's no need like you're doing it to yourself. You don't even know. Because a lot of these haters, they are truly battling their own self because they're not in connection with themselves. That's why they are delusional. That's why they project themselves into other people. You got to understand that. And that's why for you, the fastest way to know what they're talking about, to know who they are. Because they don't have self control. So they have to project themselves. So the best way for you to learn about them, as I was able to tap into their energy, they give you everything you need to know. You never see somebody who's lying, and then they're going to tell you that they're lying, but they're going to say something else to let you know that they're lying. That's how they tell you. That's what telling you is. See, you can't just be listening with just don't be stupid. Don't be stuck on stupid. Be open to listen to all. These are all energy. So this is your psychic 101 too. I'm trying to teach you to open your eyes in different things that people say because the energy does not lie. Y'all niggas can't pick. You don't have money for me, dog. Listen. Anyway, man. Let me just do what I do. Because I also give out session too, man. My session will be very thorough, nigga. I mean, shit. Just this conversation alone, I'm already doing your shadow work with you, nigga. So when I tap into you, like I tap into these fuckers, come on, man. Free lunch, man. Yo, I'm exposing these fuckers in a way that they've never seen before. And that exposure is done, come on, man, on that realm. The realm that they claim they know. That's why listen, I swear to you, go listen to any type of motherfucking psychic readings now. They're all talking about the same thing. There's a reason behind it. Scotty didn't know. Scotty, listen, I'm painting a whole different picture for you. Oh no, we ain't stopping now. I was getting warm up, nigga. You getting weak on me. All that bullshit excuses. Nah, nigga. We gonna dance. Mm-mm. Save that bullshit sorry for your mama, nigga. We gonna dance, nigga. Know what I'm saying? What you wanted to do? Okay. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how much of a bully you are. I want you to bully me. Bully me. Oh, you're not going to stop. I'm not giving you a break, nigga. You going to bully me, nigga. And I'm going to make this. I'm going to make sure I'm the last motherfucker you ever bully in your whole fucking life. Oh, you gonna bully me, man. I want you to be. You entitled? Come on. Come on. Come on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. This is just getting started. This is getting started. Y'all don't know. This is just the beginning of it. You're going to get to see everything you didn't want to see, man. I promise you that. And I'm a man of my word. I am a man of my word. Everything you said that was not going to do without, okay, I'm going to make sure you see it. And that goes for your other people too. But, you know, don't worry about the other people. I'm just, you know, because you're all the same. You and the people who hired you, there's no difference. I mean, you're a little more stupid, though, to be honest. But other than that, what's the difference? So anyway, now going back to what we were talking about, guys. I want you to, you know, this is important. I mean, it's called, listen, to the pure, all is pure. So now you would have to purify your understanding of what purity is. But for you to do that, in part two, because I'm gonna leave it here, in part two, we're gonna delve into what the Indian call this world, and I'll give you a little something, you know, for you to get ready for part two. Because now we're gonna delve into, because I mean, oh, man, to the pure, all is pure. What you need to understand, this is what is called a spiritual law. But for you to understand the true meaning of a spiritual law, or how meaningful it is, you need to understand about your vicinity and what makes this a spiritual law. The Indian called the world that you're living in Maya. Maya means I got a little more time. We're going to dance a little bit more. Maya means a world of illusion. Meaning, what you see, there's more to what you see. In other words, what you see is not what it appears to be. That's what you see. Let's just say when you go see a magic show, when they showing you how they cutting that person off. I mean, nigga, how do you know that person is not dead? I mean, FBI would have been all over that show, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas killing people over here live. You know what I'm saying? So, what you see is not what it appears to be. That's what that is. So, another way of saying that, or a deeper way to tap into it a little bit deeper, it's not what it appears to be. Although I'm saying the same thing here, but depending on how you look at it, you can see the difference. But ultimately, what this is saying is, that's what we do in our nature. They just say that's why you could find out, you know what I'm saying, Puff Daddy had a face, and then what he was doing behind closed door, that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Again, I don't give a fuck about none of these motherfuckers. I'm trying to use a public figure, how you, oh my God, I couldn't believe this was happening. Because why? As you can see, even in celebrities, there's what they look like and there's who they are. Now, in the P. Diddy shit, I'm not saying that's who he is. I mean, who you are would always change based on how well you know and who you are. Because there's levels in knowing who you are. That's why the more you're transforming, the more that's why this type of knowledge, the Indian also call it, and which I quote, and I also love, a transcendental knowledge. I love it. Because if you understand what transcendent is in itself, so this is revealing what this type of knowledge is. This is a type of understanding that allows you to transcend or to go beyond many worlds. There's a mental plane. You get to fuck with spirit and all that shit too. As you getting to know who you are as well, then you know you also spirit. Then you get to talk. You don't want to call it spirit, call them angels. Or you may say God. Whatever the fuck. But I'm trying to get you to see, you understand there's something beyond this world. That's why they call it Maya. That's what makes it a fucking illusion. For me to get to know you, or for you to get to know me, it's not what I look like, is it? And that's what we've been, in so many words, trying to teach people how, you know, I guess if you want to talk about racism is stupid. No fucking way. But what people are not truly talking about is, why have you adopted a racism mentality though? Because you're thinking in terms of boxes. You see, you're already thinking like a racist. That's why you say and do racist shit. But most importantly, you were raised by racist niggas. you, you think you're not gonna adopt a racism mentality? Yes, you do. But you don't understand what that racism mentality is. What that is we do it in our culture. You look at people, you put people in boxes. That's what racism, the true ideal behind racism, and that's why a lot of you could be racist because you do it, but you don't understand it, or you don't know how to use that part of you. What do you do? And the reason why you do it because this is a fucking illusion. Listen, I live in fucking Georgia, nigga. Like in fucking nigga. Going out to Buckhead and all the different places. some of the first thing how niggas introduce themselves. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what do you do? It's almost like life, but that's not enough. Or better yet, that's not what the question is. Where this is gonna be the conversation. Where you from? What do you do for a living? Because where you from? Because all you're doing is putting the motherfucker in the box. You have a racist mentality already, but you don't even know it. So that's why racism, you can easily go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand what Tupac meant when he was saying, "I'm living in a white man's world." Nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? But I get it. Can you imagine a world like where, you know what I'm saying, like when you're learning about the fucking Egyptians, the fucking all that shit, and nigga, you said you're living in a white man world? I get it too, though. I get it. I get it. I get it because there's a level of understanding that comes with. What it's saying is, in terms of understanding, in terms of what you're looking around, yeah, it is. It is. But it also is not, though. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's how are you looking at it? That's how you look at things defines your reality. So again, even to speak of that in terms of your reality, that leaves you with the question of who are you? So this is what I want you to take with you tonight in terms of understanding who are you, but also connecting to those divine qualities of you as you asking the question. Because obviously there is more to us than all of us than what we look like. That's why, regardless of where you who you are or how cute or stupid you are, your intelligence, what you know, is going to define yourself. There's a reason why I know I could tell you that right now. I'll give you a perfect example. Do I love beautiful bitches? Hell motherfucking yeah. But I'm not choosing a bitch because you look beautiful, nigga. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? And this is how you embrace both sides of you. But most importantly, you really get to see people for who they are. That requires you to know who you are. To the pure, all is pure. Now, this is part one. We're going to leave it here. Part two will be coming up shortly, possibly tomorrow, because I'm feeling good about this one. But most importantly, there's a lot to talk about, guys. There is a lot to talk about. And again, this is how excited I am about this. Haitien, Mali.